EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to USAA Stadium, the home of the Madden Championship Series. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
Now the elder statesman of the NFL, Adam Vinatieri, set to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. 65 yards. And the Cardinals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Morton Anderson now for the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Next to score, Cardinals 7, Eagles nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go.
Now Stroud. Open man. He's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards.
Usually in this spot, you'd hear an offensive coordinator saying, don't feel like you've got to get this all back at once. But here, they give up the opening touchdown and say, no time like the present to show what we can do too. And that's big yardage on their initial play from scrimmage.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Stroud looking to throw. That is caught. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On the quick, right? 18.
Montgomery is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
All right.
They try again with Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
18, what's up? Tony.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's Manziel. He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger, 19.
Now Manziel.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The end result, 21 yards.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Eagles' 37-yard line.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
On the double. Mustang 19. Let's go now. 18, 19, Lion. Warriors 17. 7 Pirates, 7.
Manziel. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
1st and 10.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there with an amazing amazing diving catch. And the Cardinals are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it.
And Foster loses the football. It's out. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. Fumble recovery, touchdown for Arizona. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as he'll go for two. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Eagles 3.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Now 2nd and 9.
Go, go, go.
Here's Stroud.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
That one into the hand. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
On for the field goal. A 64-yard attempt.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
And Stroud now to throw.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Throwing now is Stroud. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Stroud.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to give points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On first down, Alexander. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Now he's hit, and the ball comes out. Manziel lost it.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
He'll look to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd have the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
It's 2nd down.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Stroud to throw it. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Anderson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter.
This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And he returns this to the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 44 yards. And the Cards are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Jonathan Gannon making the call. They'll line up to go for 2.
The Cardinals will line up.
Manziel going to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit.
Eagles 3.
But going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair, looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Open man here. It's Owen Daniels. Look at the big fella go. He may go. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down.
So let's see what this is about. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And that'll make this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Cardinals 29, Eagles 10. Adam Vinatieri set to kick
And here's
off.
Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
It's second and 8.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Andre Johnson, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Vinatieri now for the point after. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12.
Makes the score Cardinals 29, Eagles 17. Adam Vinatieri set to kick
And here's
off.
Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
30-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Second and 6. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
6 yards to go.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And some space here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd down and 8.
Back to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. The Cardinals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And a short gain down to about the 33. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He'll try and do this himself. He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown, Cardinals. Ted Ginn, 33 yards.
And the Cardinals have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
A beautiful fake.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And yet again, it's Howard with a catch.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
First down.
Stroud looking to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
That's down the field. He's got Arroyo. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18.
First down, Eagles.
The throwing again is Stroud.
And he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've...
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-six TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Now he'll tuck this and run. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
But you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Here's Manziel.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts.
17 yards.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Manziel.
He'll try and do this himself. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. They'll wind up losing a yard or two. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. One final shot for C.J. Stroud. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is... So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And you've got...
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. We've got a couple of teams, Greg, that can make it happen with the defensive front. That's going to be a huge focus on this game.
With the importance of the passing game in today's NFL, Mike, you know how great it is to be able to disrupt that timing and throw off the quarterback's rhythm. And no better way to do that than by being able to get after him, especially with your defensive line. You don't have to blitz. You don't have to bring a fifth rusher. Keep that secondary intact. If this defensive line can cause havoc in the pocket for this quarterback, it's going to go a long way towards slowing down what's been a very good offense.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Set. Go.
First carry here for Omarion Hampton. And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Set. Home to line. 21.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long.
Let's go. Baylor Tiger.
Shotgun now for Herbert. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
To return is Johnson. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
All right.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
13-yard line.
Set.
Run between the tackles for Hampton. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
The Eagles' 13-yard line.
Another run here with Hampton. And he'll take this one in. Omarion Hampton. Touchdown.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Johnson now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On the quick, right? 18. What's that? 12.
Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone. David Montgomery. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
So one of the elements of a good screen game is the quarterback having the timing in his head to know, I want to hold the ball long enough to get the rush to commit to me, to set up the blocking and set up the back behind them. But I also can't hold it on forever because then I don't have an opportunity to deliver the ball. So it was really more of the latter here where he's trying to hold on as long as he can. The pressure just gets to him a little too fast and the ball falls incomplete.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. He finds DeAndre Hopkins for the catch. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. It is a big play for the Eagles. And even 30 yards. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Stroud. Thrown left side, the catch is made. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
At the 11-yard line.
Here we go.
Swap. Another swap.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 2.
All right. 18. What's that?
They'll run with Montgomery. And he will take this one across into the end zone. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Eagles.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1, What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Hey, go Lion, set. Hey, Ram.
On play action, it's Herbert. This one into the hands of Marshall. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Throwing, Herbert. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. This one intercepted. Well, the quarterback trying to find somebody open there, but that time, instead of finding his running back, it goes back the other way for a defensive score.
Mike, I think this is just one of those cases where the quarterback's just a little too casual with the throw. He kind of goes to his running back late on the check down. He never sees the defender until he's chasing him on his way for the touchdown.
Visitors 7. Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Herbert. Oh, he puts another ball up for grabs, and this one's also intercepted.
That's about as bad as it could possibly get. Like, really one play into the drive, you're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
The score, Eagles 21, visitors 7. Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchdown.
And 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Hampton. And a nice job, able to dance away and get forward for a pickup of a half dozen.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down. after a gain of 7.
A gain of 7 results in a first down.
Delta to Hunt.
Here's Herbert. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike. The ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Oh, wide open is Johnson. He's got it. And he will get into the end zone. Andre Johnson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
The kick is good. Makes the score Eagles 28, visitors 7.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
35-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Now this offense could use the first of their timeouts. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they're going to play it safe with a run. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They do go for it. It's Herbert. He's going to air this one out looking for Cooper. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
Good snap, good hold, good kick. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Now this is a surprise. Right out of the locker room, they'll try the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 118. Let's hit.
From the gun, here's Stroud. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one.
It leads to second
And it'll be
10.
second down.
Oh, ready.
They're going to run the draw with Montgomery. Now trying to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
A loss of 1.
Some pretty good speed coming off the line there, and it helped him disrupt that draw. Well, I don't even think disrupting.
Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here. Greg, as we look at this matchup, I'm looking around and hearing this crowd. They're so fired up for this one. What's it like when you come on the road and you've got a hostile environment you need to take care of?
You know, I always liked it. I always thought it added to the element of bringing some energy and bringing some juice, especially in pregame. But once that ball's kicked off, you want to settle this crowd down as fast as you can, especially on offense. Take them out of it. Get them back on their chairs, sitting on their hands. The more energy you give them, the more noise, it does make it a little less efficient to operate, especially on offense. So come out fast, come out furious, and see if you can take this crowd out right from the jump.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And his initial touch, good for a couple. It'll be second down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
And what a nice job there, getting his feet down on the sideline to secure his first catch of the game. They need to continue to find ways to get him involved, however the opportunity presents.
Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. Moving left. Taking off, he'll try to get there. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down. They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another first down. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Escape, and he's going to have to eat this one, and down he goes.
A 10-yard loss on the play. It's 2nd down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Putting the tight end in motion. 1 quarter down in this NFC divisional round matchup. 0-0 is the score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Vikings football as we begin this 2nd quarter. They are facing a 2nd and long. They run with Walker. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 14.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think that's one he's going to look at on film tomorrow and want back. I mean, there wasn't enough space there to get the 1st down. I know the ball takes him a little bit out of bounds, but he's got to get your 1st foot down, drag the 2nd. That's how they teach it, and just can't quite get it done.
Anderson's kick is good. And the Vikings will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
35-yard line.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Crowd begins with a pass. Now a shot here, deep middle. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the Hall of Famer, Ronnie Lott. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
2 minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. It is 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a handoff to Walker.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. He'll buy time left. He'll try to run for it. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on 4th down.
4th and short, initially, you could tell he's just trying to get this ball out of his hand quickly, just enough to move the chains. Defense did a good job taking his reads away, so he turns into a runner, puts his head down, picks up the 1st down, and keeps this drive alive.
And he will score! Kenneth Walker, touchdown Minnesota.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Makes the score Vikings 10, Eagles nothing. Morton Anderson to kick off.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And he is out of bounds at the 45.
That's good for an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Stroud to throw, here on 1st and 10. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
And the Vikings 1st down. It's a gain of 10.
He'll drop to throw. Out to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
1st down, Minnesota.
Back to throw. Moving to his left. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
And while he didn't connect for the touchdown, what I really liked, Mike, was that he kept his eyes downfield as he left the pocket. And once he saw something that he did like, he ripped it without hesitation. They just got to find a way to get on the same page in these scramble drill moments.
2nd and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That one knocked away in the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
Now Kevin O'Connell will send out the field goal unit. Officially a 29-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So 1 half in the books. 2nd half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We are set for the 2nd half kickoff. one of these teams ready to book a date in the NFC Championship game next week, and we are back at it with the third quarter. First carry for David Montgomery. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only one.
37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. One more time for Montgomery. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle. This is 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
All right. 118. That's it.
Here's Stroud. Caught right side. It's Hopkins. And he is very close to the first down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. On the move past the 40. And he will go all the way. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Eagles.
Well, I love it, Mike. We're seeing so many teams nowadays as they approach midfield, even on their side of the 50.
And look at this, the extra point is blocked. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball is going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. He gets free. Inside the 30. And he will score. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Vikings. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Here we go.
Stroud to throw here on first down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
13 yards on the play. And an Eagles first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. 118. Out to the right. Out to the right. Tonight.
They'll go play action with Stroud. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. And the Vikings will take over here just past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
Once again, it's Walker. And this will wind up a Vikings first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Here's Walker. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd and 7.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They tracked him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. So the Eagles will use their first time out here, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. That is hard down the field. He's got it. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
His kick is good. What's the score? Vikings 27. Eagles 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Oh, ready?
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud to the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
18. That's good for the Eagles.
Back to throw, Stroud. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Stroud. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Throw over the middle, brought in by Hopkins. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
15 yards. That's another Eagles first down.
Throwing is Stroud. Forced out wide. And he's in! C.J. Stroud. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is 2nd touchdown tonight. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs could be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Set to kick
Both
off.
teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. Talk things over before third down. They'll drop to throw. He'll let it go deep left sideline. That is caught! And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Shotgun run now with Walker. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. With good blocking leading the way. He's got the first down inside the 25.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the Eagles.
So it is a win for our visitors, the Vikings. They are able to do something that not easy to do.